New Orleans, the Big Easy. That's the site for the Grizzlies. Length is always a factor with a front court like this one. Valanciunas and Jackson. They're ready to rock as they get ready to tip off here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Grizzlies, Pelicans, just moments away right after this. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the... Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And for New Orleans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the point. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
And it's blocked. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Pelicans. Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. "20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Boy, the perception of Ingram, the awareness, seeing a lane and pouncing on it in a blink of an eye.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Grizzlies substitution. Number 23.
Pass to Morant. Jacks up a 3, and the last second attempt does not go in for him.
And Ball showing you a little nasty there on defense, Kevin. Showing you some of that sandpaper grit.
And so it's New Orleans, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Pelican 5 right now. J.J. Redick is out there with Jackson, and it's Hart in at the 3. Here's Brooks. Rebounded by Hart.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
The shot by Reddick, no good.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
24 seconds left in the second quarter. Now here's Jackson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Hart. Brooks covering. Hart the pass to Melly. And they're on the break. On its way from Clark for two. Cranes the jumper to finish the break. Clark's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Grizzlies. There's Jackson with the three. And he drains the three, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room.
Let's take a look at this.
They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And so it's New Orleans, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie, they were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots, did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
How about you, Kenny? What'd you think about Memphis?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. So Favors will bring it up for New Orleans. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. Morant, that's tipped.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. Here's Morant. They grab their own miss. And the rejection by Favors. Outside Holiday. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Holiday. Williamson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pelicans. Morant dishes to Valanciunas. Jackson kicks to Anderson. with 1 on the clock and the miss. And so it's New Orleans, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Pelicans.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zion Williamson.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in, Kevin. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
A lot of former Blue Devils out there, Redick, Ingram, Zion, and Okafor, all on the floor. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And good that time.
If you're guarding Jang, you know he doesn't mind being challenged. I mean, he's able to convert through physical play. As a matter of fact, the rougher it is, I think the more he likes it.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Alexander Walker. It's hauled in by Tolliver.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Stolen away, so we see New Orleans taking the W here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.